Can you put your hand at your chest, please? You say, "Hello, Venerable Sir."
Hello,
Hello,
Venerable.
Venerable Sir.
Nice. Hello, everybody. Very good. Amy and Ted, you will need to have separate camera for each person. All right. So tell your mom she will need to arrange that. So everybody in this class must have their separate camera so that you do not need to fight for your space in your camera, and it's always clear who's talking. So let's start by meditation right away, so we can sit in a comfortable meditation posture. Make sure your legs, hands, and face are visible in the camera. So Amy and Ted will have to arrange that. Pham Tum Chi also. I cannot see your legs. And who else? Tri Tien, will you meditate on chair? Okay. I see. Very well. Yes, that's good. Very well. So, Pham Tum Chi, I think you may like to sit on the floor. You're probably sitting on a bed, right? Wherever you're sitting, the camera should be higher than you, then it is easy to adjust. All right, so as we are sitting in a comfortable meditation posture with the back erect, we can make the first determination in our minds voicelessly. Today we will meditate 10 minutes. From now on, for 10 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 10 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 10 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. And with that determination, we can gently, lovingly notice the flat piece of flesh at the top of the head. We allow it to be heavy and changing. We continue to the forehead, eyes, nose, lips, chin, cheeks, ears, back of the head. We allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the head to be heavy and changing. We continue to the neck, shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, fingers, tips of fingers, chest, abdomen, back, we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the upper part of the body to be heavy and changing. We continue to the buttocks, thighs, knees, calves, heels, soles, toes, tips of toes, we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the body to be heavy and changing. And we allow all of the parts of the body to be changing. As we give the freedom to the body to be the way it is, we ourselves achieve freedom from worry about the body. Let's watch this freedom. Let's enjoy this peace. Now, as we have achieved peace, let's share it with other living beings. In our minds, voicelessly, we can wish, we can allow. May all beings, including me, be in peace. May all beings, including me, be in peace. Now, because the time for this sitting is finished, let's make the last determination in our minds voicelessly. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. And we can slowly, mindfully change the way of our sitting. And we can take one more minute, during which we will watch the peace, enjoy the peace we gained in meditation. Very well. So now everybody please come close to your camera. You will be answering. Another reason why it's important that everybody has their own camera, because for one device you can provide only one answer. All right. So if you are two people and you have two different answers, how will you do the answering, right? So I would like to ask the organizers to show the question: how many times did you meditate during the last 7 days? So everybody be ready. A question is coming soon. Yeah, it came and then it disappeared for me. So probably you already see it. Yes, I can see it too. So vote as soon as you can. We're still waiting for 3 of you. Yes. Very good. So I see most of you did meditate at least 5 to 6 times. We have 58%. One of you managed to meditate 7 days. That's not much. But you're not many people in here, so we are happy for whatever is there. It's pretty good. 7 out of you meditated 5 or 6 days the last week. Remember that the meditation we do here together counts. All right, it counts. So if you just did not meditate another time than in this class, well, that doesn't matter at all that day, because this meditation absolutely counts. All right. So everybody here who attended this class last week, we had class, right, last week. So you have meditated at least one time, even if you did not meditate anything. Just for attending this class on time. Well, if you come late on time, then of course it doesn't count. But those who come on time and meditate with me, they have their meditation for that day completed. All right, so then you just need to meditate the other 6 days until Vietnamese Friday. Well, it's actually US Friday. Vietnamese Saturday. It's actually US Saturday as well. So until your Saturday, and so then you get all of the 7 days complete. So I would like to encourage everyone to be inspired by the one single person who did all 7 days and meditate every single day. Whatever that costs, somehow find a way. You do not need to meditate 10 minutes or 20 minutes, no need. It's enough if you meditate 5 minutes. You can meditate on car as you go to school. All right. You just need to make sure that during those 5 minutes nobody disturbs you. As you sit there on the car, you can tell your parents, or my parents, I will take 5 minutes meditation. I think they will be happy about that. And you just meditate while you sit on the car. You of course need to lean over the back of the seat in the car. You do not lean over anything if you sit in your room, but when you're on the car, you need to lean. All right, that's for your safety. So you need to lean, and you keep your legs down, and then you cast the side down, and then you make your determination. You keep your clock somewhere. You can use your phone or whatever can tell you some time. And when the 5 minutes are finished, you just finish that. So that actually totally counts. All right, but nobody can disturb you. If somebody disturbs you during those 5 minutes, then it doesn't count. All right, it needs to be totally 5 minutes for yourself alone. But of course, if you can meditate in your proper meditation posture at home, then that's better. Okay, so I would like to ask you another question. How many minutes did you meditate? So the question is coming soon. Yes, it's there. Please vote as soon as you can. So I see most of you meditated 5 or 10 minutes. That's not bad. Some of you meditated 15 minutes, or one of you. One more person. We are waiting for one more person to vote. I have no idea who are you when you vote, okay? So freely vote whatever you want to vote. I have absolutely no way to find out who actually voted what. So vote whatever you see is correct, and you do not need to worry about anything. So one person did meditate 15 minutes, and then 6 people 10 minutes, 5 people 5 minutes. Perfectly fine. All right, so this is pretty good. Gradually you increase. You do not need to meditate 45 or 60 minutes every day. No need. It's enough if you meditate 5 minutes. If you can do 10 minutes, that's amazing. All right. Next year you can increase for 5 minutes more. So next year you can do 15. All right. There's enough time. This year 10, next year 15, the other year 20, the other 25, and within how many? Within about 7 years, you're at 45 minutes meditating every day. Enough time. No hurry for that. Okay. More important is that you meditate every day. Okay. Try to meditate every day. A week has 7 days, so that means that you need to meditate every day. Do not make debts. Okay. Do not work with debts. Do not say, today I will not meditate, tomorrow I will meditate two days. That doesn't work. You need to meditate every single day. If you want to meditate more one day, you can, but it does not count for the next day. All right. So every day is new. Every day you need to meditate fresh. You need to have fresh meditation every day. Okay. No stale meditation from past days. No, that doesn't count. So every day, take a fresh meditation. All right. So let's move on to the homeworks. So who will be reading today? Tao Lien, Pham Tung Chi, and Isabella. So please raise your hands. Perfect. So let's start with Pham Tung Chi. Please read for us your homework right away.
I read out my sentence, right?
Yes, please.
The sense of whiplash you are feeling is not unusual. Your children are changing and also trying to figure themselves out. Their brains and bodies are undergoing extensive reorganization, and their apparent recklessness, rudeness, and cluelessness are not totally their fault.
Perfect. Thank you. Then Isabella.
Page 15. Adolescence is a minefield for sure. It is also a relatively recent discovery. Page 18. Self-feeling, ambition, exaggeration, and excess. They all help to define teenager for the American public in the middle of the 20th century.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Thank you very much. So that shows that indeed there was in the middle of the 20th century, they didn't know much. They knew very little. But today there is much more knowledge, and a lot of that you can learn from this book. Nguyen Lien. Oh, I cannot hear you. Please speak as loud as you can. No, doesn't work. But it feels like I'm hearing you, but something doesn't work. I think maybe a different device would help a lot. Do you have this problem elsewhere or only in our class? Do you use this device elsewhere, and does it work in other meetings? I cannot hear you. You will have to answer in the chat box. So let me know, Tao Lien, because I cannot hear you at all. Can you tell us in the chat box whether you have, whether you have this problem also elsewhere or only in our class. I see. Well, I cannot hear you, so we cannot move on from this part. So, to Tom, can you please suggest someone else for reading their?
Yes, Bhante.
Yes.
Devante, actually, I can hear from Thailand, but it's very, very small. I
It's
can
ve-
hear like
I
the
see.
whole sentence. Yes.
I see.
Ủa chị Tú, chị chưa không có livestream hả? Yes, Vante, can you please wait me? Sorry, Vante.
Yeah. Yeah, we can read from here right away. So you can choose somebody who did not read their homework yet, if there's anyone like that.
Thankful, can you please read the homework, Devante? Because like we have to go the second round, the third round because a few students, so all the students read their homework already, Devante.
Okay, so second round. Okay. So you can use a different color instead of green.
Is that
Use blue.
from the 40
Yes, Vante.
reason childhood, a time of savagery, and adolescence, a period of wide exuberance, which he described as primitive or neo atavistic, and therefore only slightly more controlled than absolute energy of childhood.
Okay, anarchy. I think it's anarchy, right? All right, nice. Thank you very much. So this was for the homework. Does anyone have any question? Yes, you can remove your Zoom hands. Does anyone have any question? Anything you'd like to say regarding anything you would like to ask or say regarding this book, regarding the chapter 1? Nobody has nothing to say. Okay, so now we can move on to something. I have told you previously the meaning of Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa, and today I would like to. Yes, and you were already reciting it, right? So I was checking your pronunciation. So today we will be reciting it, and then I will teach you how to recite the three refuges. All right, the meaning of the three refuges. Gradually, we will get the three refuges and the 5 precepts clear and complete. But now we are still at Namo Tassa. So, you're not so many people. So what do you suggest? What can we do? I think you can unmute. So everybody can unmute, please. So everybody can unmute. Max, Jake, have yet to unmute. All right. So I will share with you screen where you will see the text, how it looks complete, and you will see how much still remains to go through. But I think this is pretty good start. So what you are going to recite is just this one sentence, all right? But in the end of this year, you will be reciting all of this, all right? It's a little bit, it's quite an amount, but I think we can get there as the time goes. So now you're reciting this one sentence, Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So let's try that together. Diktai, please unmute yourself. Okay, so you can keep your hands together, keep them at the chest, that you're serious, and you will be paying respect to the Buddha. So you can repeat after me. Namo tassa
Namo tassa
bhagavato arahato
bhagavato arahato
samma sambuddhassa.
samma sambuddhassa.
Namo tassa
Namo
Namo
tassa.
tassa
bhagavato arahato
bhagavato arahato
samma sambuddhassa.
samma sambuddhassa.
Namo tassa
Namo
Namo tassa
bhagavato arahato
bhagavato
bhagavato
arahato
arahato
samma sambuddhassa.
samma
sambuddhassa.
Perfect, very well. So I will continue in explanation. So this is paying respect to the Buddha, and then comes taking the three refuges. All right. So we have here the three refuges. It is a lot of repetition, so it's actually not that difficult. But again, it's a foreign language, so there is so you need to learn the pronunciation and you need to understand the meaning of the words. So Buddhang, guess what that could be? Of course, that means to the Buddha, Saranang, for refuge, Gacchami, I go. So I go, Gaccha, here the me indicates I. So Gacchami, I go, for refuge to the Buddha. Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. So we have it here. I go for refuge in the Buddha or to the Buddha. Actually, it's the same thing. The point is that the Buddha is the source of your peace. He is the source of the ultimate peace, the source of the peace of Nibbana. The Buddha can point out the way. Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. You see, the Saranang Gacchami is repeated. So Dhammang, what is that? Dhamma is the Dhamma with big D. It is the Buddha's teaching. You go for refuge, the Buddha's teachings, because that is the source of your peace. It is the guidance to achieve the ultimate peace of Nibbana. Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. What is Sangha? Sangha is the community of monks. Why would you go for refuge to a community? Because this community of monks, the monks who are fully enlightened, the disciples of the Buddha, they are the inspiration, they're the proof that it works, that it's possible for you to achieve the ultimate bliss of Nibbana. And moreover, when the Buddha is not available, be it during the Buddha's time or outside, the Buddhist monks can actually share with you that path. They can lead you, they can guide you on the path toward the ultimate peace of Nibbana. So you are taking refuge in the Buddha, in the Buddha's teachings Dhamma, and in the community of monks Sangha. Why? Because they're the source of peace. What's a refuge? Refuge is where you run when you need safety. Refuge is the place of safety. But there is no higher place of safety than the Buddha, the Buddha's teachings, and Dhamma, and the community of monks. Why? Well, because they provide you with the guidance and support to achieve the ultimate bliss, the ultimate peace of Nibbana. Nobody else can provide that. All right, so now let's look at the pronunciation. So Buddhang, like we had previously, sambuddhasa. You see, you need to at the D for a little while. Be careful about these H. The H sound needs to be there. Okay, so buddhang is wrong. It is buddhang. All right, buddhang, saranang. That's clear. Gacchami. Again, C is here double. We read C as cha in Pali whenever you see C. It is not ka. No, not like in Vietnamese. It is cha. All right, gacchami. Again, H is there, needs to be clear, and C's are two, so you need to wait there for a little while. So gacchami, buddhang saranang gacchami. Then the rest is basically repeated. So dhammang, again you stop at ma for a little while because there are two. Dhammang saranang gacchami, sanghang saranang gacchami. Then these three repeat again, except that you just say dutiyampi at the beginning of each. Dutiyampi means for the second time. And then it repeats for the third time. That's why you say tatiyampi at the beginning of each of those refuges. All right, so these are three refuges. And so I have explained that, so you can actually go through that right away. So I will ask everybody to unmute and we can try to recite it. So everybody, you can unmute. Diktai. Are you here with us? So you can unmute. Yes.
Yes,
Put
I'm here.
your hands together at the chest and you can repeat after me. Buddhang saranang gacchami dhammang saranang gacchami sanghang saranang gacchami dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami Very well. So that's pretty good. So now, does anyone have any question, anything at all you want to tell me or ask me? Yes. Anyone, if you have anything you would like to ask me, now is the time. Okay, so now regarding the homework. So homework is more important than the class, than attending the class. All right? In our classes, homework is the important thing, the class is the additional thing. All right? So you need to do your homework every week. If you don't do your homework for 3 times, you're disqualified from the class and you cannot actually attend anymore unless you submit all of the previous homework. So homework is more important. If you do not attend any class at all, but you always do your homework, then you passed. Isn't that amazing? But if you attend all classes, if you attend 3 classes without homework, you're disqualified. So hopefully now you can understand homework is the essential part of this class, not your attendance. All right. If you do not attend and you do not do homework 1 time, it's fine. 2 times, it's you need to be careful. And if it is for the 3rd time, again, you're disqualified and you can be admitted again if you do all the previous homeworks. Not only those that you didn't do, but all the additional for any classes that you do not attend in the future. Okay, I mean, for example, 3 times you don't do your homework, so you're disqualified, and then before you realize that something has happened, it takes 2 weeks. So now it's 5 weeks, and you finally realize that maybe you want to do this class again. Well, then you need to do homework for the last 5 weeks. Okay, hopefully that's clear. All right, so I'm so tired. Frankly, I'm very tired, so I want to sleep as soon as possible. We didn't do 1 hour, but I think you have learned a lot. You have done your homework. You have learned what you needed to do. You spend your time by reading. I will assign to you homework for next week. Let me see. So you were reading. We're reading chapter 1. So now let's see how the chapter is long. So, oh, and I didn't read for you my note, right? So I will read for you my note. So 2nd chapter is quite long. It is actually relatively long. So what about if you divide it into 2 parts and instead of reading it all, read half? So in my version, it has 17 pages. So what about if you read the first 9 pages? So that's 29 until 38. So what about if you read it? I'll show you my screen. So you have here chapter 2, and now suppose that you read it until page 38, where you have the developmental gradient. See, developmental gradient, and the different parts of the brain, like the frontal, temporal, parietal, occipital lobes, brainstem, and cerebellum. So you can read it. What about if you read it until action wisely? All right. Course of action wisely. All right. Choose a course of action wisely. So that's the text until which you read. You have different pages. You probably have different page numbers. So do not follow the page number. I'm telling you, follow the picture and the text. All right. So read until this picture where you get developmental gradient, and the text until choose a course of action wisely. It should be somewhere in the middle of your chapter 2. Right? The wisest of you will do the homework today. I mean, those who live in the US. The wisest of you who live in Vietnam will do it tomorrow morning. All right? In Vietnam, we have night, and it's not very wise to do it now tonight because you won't be able to concentrate to remember, to realize. So that doesn't work. Okay, you need to study at the time when you're fresh, full of energy, and able to remember as much as you can. Now, where do you get this document? Well, you will have to buy it. Your parents will have to buy it, all right? If your parents don't buy it, you cannot have it. And I will not give you my cracked version because that would be illegal. It is legal to crack, by the way. If you buy, you can then crack to another version. It's about 3 years old law. All right, so now it's possible, but it seems it's still unlawful to teach anyone how to do that, which is so weird. You can Google and you can find out anyway, right? Anyway, so you need to download, you need to buy it from, you can buy it from Amazon. I will send you the link. It should be easily available for you for Kindle. So please do not say, oh, I'm waiting until they send it home. No, don't do that because I don't like it. Instead, get the Kindle version. And then if you want to have paperback, yes, congratulations. But first get your Kindle version so you're ready for our class. Okay, and so your homework is nicely done. No, late homework is not accepted. Okay, late homework is not accepted. When is a homework late? At the beginning of this class. At the first moment of this class, all homeworks are accepted. Whenever you submit any later homework, it is not accepted. Because we cannot always go to each of the posts in Facebook and to search if someone happened to add there something more. No, we don't want to do that. So the last moment to submit your homework is the last minute before this class starts. Okay, the last minute for the homework for the class is the last minute of before that particular class starts. So where do you submit it? For those of you who are new in this class system, I will explain. You need to submit it in Facebook. So somehow, one way or another, you need to have access to Facebook. If you don't, your parents hopefully will. If not, you need to contact me and I will help you find a way how you can submit it without using Facebook. But ideally, you have Facebook and you will follow the link that I sent to you in Viber. So you need to have access to Viber so you always have update to whatever is happening. So I will send to you the link also in the chat box here. So you got the link to this group. So there is a group with our class, all right? And last homework was chapter 1, entering the teen years. You see until April 28, today is April 29. So those who have not submitted, well, they did not submit. So you will not get approval, well, how to say that? You will not get the mark of submitting homework in our class attendance. So we have this thing, it's called class attendance. No, not this one, something else. Here it is. So you have this thing called class attendance, and there we actually note down who attended the class and who did their homework. All right. So Jake and Max attended, so no more dangerous. If you are in danger of being disqualified, I make you orange, all right? And if you are disqualified, you are red. So this all is now fine. We didn't get Jake's and Max's homework for 2 weeks, so that's why the X's are black. If you did provide homework, well, you need to tell me in Viber, all right? We're connected in Viber, so you say, Venerable Sir, in your attendance sheet, I see I did not submit homework, but I did, here it is, see it. All right, so that's what you do. But you can also submit homework late, but you have to submit it to me privately. You cannot do it by Facebook, all right? Doesn't work. You need to go to Viber and submit it to me. So we'll send you the attendance sheet link. So everybody can always come and look into your attendance sheet. This is no secret. All right. I have published it several times in the Viber group, so you all can come in and see what's going on. So we have our class today, April 29. We do not do attendance yet. We do it at the end of the class. So then you can see here what's going on. And yes, so you need to understand that if it is black, be it X or tick, it means you did not do your homework. All right. If it is black X, it means you did not come, and also you did not do homework. Now, if it is green, it means you did not come, but you did your homework. If it is a black tick, it means you came, you did not do your homework. If it is a green tick, it means you came and did your homework. All right. These highlights, they just show that you are reading your homework. All right. So that's for the organizer to know that, oh, these people already read their homework, so let me choose someone else to read their homework. All right. So you do not need to worry about the highlight, but you definitely need to worry if your tick or X is black, because that's dangerous for you. If you have three things starting from now, because otherwise you would see, for example, Ho Kukang would already be disqualified, all right, because they came but no homework for so long time. All right, but that doesn't matter. We don't care. We start from this class. All right, we start that role from this class. So if in this class you did not do homework, nobody cares. If in next class you don't do homework, you need to be careful. And if the third class you don't have your homework done on time, well, then you're disqualified. If you send me your homework late, you need to send it to me by email or in Viber. And if I have the time to read it and check it, well, then we will actually make you green. And that means it doesn't count into the three. You would have to have three black consecutively. Do you know what that means? It means that one by one, without gap, you did not do your homework. If you do 2 times you didn't do homework, 1 time you do. 2 times you don't do homework, 1 time you do. 2 times you don't do homework, 1 time you do. It's totally fine. Okay? But always remember, if you don't do it second time, you're in danger, because as soon as you don't do it third time, you're done. All right. So then, that's it. So that's all what I wanted to tell you. Last opportunity. Anyone has any question? Do you disagree or not like something, or anything you want to tell me or suggest? I am listening. No suggestions. Everybody agrees. Hopefully your agreement is accompanied by happiness. And that's all for today. So it was a pleasure to see you, everyone. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you be successful in everything you do.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much, Bante. Everyone, can you please unmute? Yes, we will say together. Hiền Phúc, can you please unmute? Hiền Phúc? Yes, we can say together. Goodbye, Venerable Sir.
Goodbye,
Venerable
sir.
sir.
Nice, thank you. Goodbye, everyone.